Welcome back everyone to another stock review. Today we'll be looking at a stock called the VITL Farms. The ticker is VITL. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So over here for VITL Farm, we can observe they actually experienced a huge drawdown and sort of like forming a double bottom and then just surge back up to breaking its all-time high, and now it's currently trading at $43.40, and it's kind of showing a uptrend, which is pretty good sign, and especially with this bounce off the 150 and 200 EMA with a sort of like a huge week, and then starting maybe eventually go and break its all-time high. So without further ado, let's get right into their financial status. So over here we have the revenue for our VITL Farms, and over here you can observe the trend on the amount of increasing and predictability for the revenue is actually pretty high, and also with great sales we can also expect that the company is actually generating profits. And as for their net income, it is actually in a very decent form of increasing trends since the year of 2022. So this is whereby previously the year of their IPOs or startup into their stock markets, it's just that the predictability of their net income is just in the sense that it's very low and might even appears of negative net income, indicating an accumulation of losses as well as in terms of negative net income. And for the recent quarters, starting from 2022, the results of the net income is more of a way of increasing higher predictability, indicating the ability of the company to be able to generate profits as well as cash flow. As for their free cash flow of VITL Farms, is turned positive during the year of 2022 until now, so indicating a good sign of the company starting to become a cash generating monsters. So moving on, we'll be looking at what it actually do. It's actually a US company that focuses on producing and marketing ethical source food products, especially pasture raised eggs and dairy. So they partners with network of small family farms to produce shell eggs, butter and ghee, liquid whole egg, and their business model is that they don't actually own most of the farm directly. Instead, they work with independent farmers and welfares and sustainability standards. So their products are sold through major grocery retailers like Whole Food Markets, Walmart, and other across the US. They position themselves as a mission-driven premium brand appeal to health and ethics to conscious consumer. So the three mainstream income of this company is by their core business, which is the shell egg. Their pasture-raised shell eggs are sold nationwide. They also have their butter and ghee products, and also the liquid egg and other new products as well. So looking at their advantage and weaknesses, the top three is going to be their strong brand and premium positioning. So one of the best known names in the pasture-raised egg segment, so consumer trust the brands for animal welfare, sustainability, as well as their quality, and they allow this actually allows the company to change or charge more premium price compared to other conventional eggs as well. Second of all is going to be the scalable network. So they works with hundreds of small family farms instead of owning their own. So this not only reduce the capital expenses and allow faster expansions, so it also creates a sense whereby it provides a income in terms for different farm families and allowing them to have this source of income by selling their product to like the farms company in order for them to sell at grocery stores across the US market, which can be quite a good job opportunity for those families as well. And they also have riding the ethical and natural food trends, whereby the demand for organic pasture-raised food, which they also maintain a certain level of sustainability, quality check, and so on. And it's well positioned to capture these trends with its trusted brand and national retail distribution. So the weaknesses on this company is going to be their high production cost, because the pasture raised basically organic is very high in terms of their cost, including their land, feed, and labor. makes the profit margin sensitive to feed price fluctuations and so on. And second of all, it's going to be heavy dependence on one product, which is their pasture-raised egg. So over 80% of the revenue comes from the shell's eggs, right? One of the downside I can see is that if there is a disease or flu that is directly targeted at those chicken and so on, it can be a problem due to the fact that so the disease may actually spread across their animals and eventually will kill most of their egg producer, which will actually affect their revenue as well as profits. And thirdly is going to be their limited international and product diversifications, because most sales are based on US and products are still narrow compared to like large. So now we'll be looking at their ratios. First of all, it's going to be the profit margin. So the profit margin actually increases significantly from the year of 2022. And inside the balance sheet, we'll be able to observe the total current assets is at 275, and also for the total current liability is 110. So it's actually 2 times the total current liability, which is more safer in the sense that the company, whenever they want to cash out their things, they will be able to cover their liquidated liabilities. And as for their net cash, we are sitting at a position of positive, indicating they have more cash than their debts. So in terms of ratio, we have the debt to equity ratios in a sense as is lower than 1 as well as lower than 0.5. And the current price, by using the PB ratios, the median price is actually sitting at the price of 4.6 PB. So the current price at PB of 6.26 is indicating that the price of this stock or this company is actually sitting at a more premium side. So we could actually wait for a more reasonable discount before entering the market. And for their rate ROE is also sitting at a level very high at 17%, as well as ROIC increasing from sitting above 15%. So lastly, we'll be looking at the economic mode score, VITL found as having a ethically sourced mode. So finally, we have the judgment from the AI itself, indicating that it will not put the VITL company as a white mode, because the structure barriers are not strong enough and it's sitting at a mostly narrow or moderate mode at most. So that is all for the financial fundamentals, and we also have looking at their ratios as well as their economic mode. So based on the current situation of this company is that it started to showing sign of higher predictability as well as indicating that the company is able to generate cash and profits in the sense as with increasing revenue as well as net income, especially sitting at a phase whereby they have more cash than their debts and higher ROEs as well as ROIC. However, one of the concerns is their business model structures, whereby they are too focused on the source of selling pasture-raised eggs as well as geese, milks, and so on, which are in the sense indicating they have small range of products. So most of their revenue is actually more reliant on singles, for example, the eggshells, as well as the ghee or the butter as well. So the current situation for this mode as well is sitting at a narrow, at most to moderate mode. So this can be one of the factors that stopped me from eventually investing in this company. But who knows, in the future they will actually expand their market in terms of not just in US, maybe global wide, or even to increase their product range, which can allows them to have that competitive advantage to fight with others competitor out there. So I do think that the company is sitting in a place whereby I would trade it in short term. However, a long-term holding of this company just does not make sense because of its weak mode or narrow mode, as well as very high dependence on a single product. So that is my concern for this company. However, if you are interested, you can actually do your due diligence and further research on this before you make any money decisions on investing into this company as well as in the market. So I hope this video helps, and I'll see you guys on the next stock review. Bye bye.